have a vision dancing through my bones. I feel passion burning in my heart. I know the truth resting in my soul. Use me, Spirit, use me. Use me, Spirit, use me. I have a vision dancing through my bones. I feel the passion burning in my heart. I know the truth resting in my soul. Use me, Spirit, use me. Use me, Spirit, use me. These are some very powerful words coming out of our mouths. I have a vision dancing through my bones. I feel the passion burning in my heart. I know the truth resting in my soul. Use me, Spirit, use me. Use me, Spirit, use me. Here we go again. I have a vision dancing through my bones. I feel the passion burning in my heart. I know the truth resting in my soul. Use me, Spirit, use me. Use me, Spirit. One more time. I have a vision dancing through my bones. I feel the passion burning in my heart. I know the truth resting in my soul. Use me, Spirit, use me. Use me, Spirit, use me.
Good morning, fabulous CSL.
Good morning.
That's what I love, Warren. I love Warren for that. Just real quick, right? Prayers at the Candles is right now, because I'll bring that board up here as soon as I'm done with announcements. So if you'd like to light a candle, we'll have that going on today, and then names on the board. So now's your time. Few announcements. Thank you, Marilyn, our morning musician. So nice to have wonderful music. Our Wednesday at 7 o'clock this week will be Motion of Devotion with Roy and Brenda, a wonderful call and response group singing, so mark that down. Coming soon will be Michael Mandrell's visit here at CSL, woohoo, at May 6th. 7 p.m. It's a love offering, concert style. If you haven't seen him, he is a wonderful musician with guitar-oramas. Like, I don't even know how many he brings. It's wonderful. Yeah.
And that is the first Wednesday to log that into your brain.
Okay. Yeah. Also, dinner for 16 with Parker. Okay. It's coming Thursday, May 7th, which is literally like next week. Yeah. So, sign-up sheet right over here on the sign-up table. Sounds like a fun time. $25 donation comes to CSL, and then Parker's going to host us with dinner.
A catered dinner.
Party from Parker. So I don't know, but we can have some more details. Okay, I think that's enough for the moment. We have our vision statement up behind me. We'll take a deep breath and say this all together. This center offers a path for awakening to the realization of oneness, open hearts, inspired life, empowered love. Our spiritual community welcomes all people to embrace oneness as the truth of our being. Together, we see a world of love, peace, and abundance for all.
God is in this place. I can feel the mighty power and the grace. I Surely the presence of God is in this place. I can feel the mighty power and the grace. I can hear the rush of angel wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of God is in this place.
As we relax and rest into this sacred space together this morning, we recognize the oneness of all life, the one source of all, one life living in, through, and as all people, one essence in, through, and as all things, situations, events, and circumstances. This one life is the life of God expressing as this present moment. As we tune in together to this moment, we meet each other in love and understanding. We unify with God, the creator and maintainer of life, as we join together in love for all. We see the unifying force of love as our common golden thread with all of humanity. And we recognize love as our source and strength. We align together now with our hearts and minds open to the subtle flow of goodness. Infinite intelligence and divine wisdom guide us to a more abundant experience of life as we listen with our hearts and respond with compassion and understanding. All people are equal in the mind of God. All of us are immersed in a living stream of awareness, which is awakening within us right now. Awakening to the idea that all is God and all is good. We claim this good as our good right now. And we claim the presence of perfect peace as our peace of mind. And all fear of lack and limitation dissolve. We know this infinite invisible supply is everywhere present and available to all, and we claim our wholeness in mind, body, and soul right now, as I claim this wholeness for those on our board this morning. Christopher, Milo and Hannah, Nolan, Marla, Tanner Wilson family, Mary, Ken, Forrest, Evan, Maria, Anya, Shannon, Lou, Wally, Deb, Jesse, Jennifer, Gayla, Lyle, Jesse, Christian, unhoused neighbors, T-Day family, elderly parents, Sarah E., Cal, Kiara, Bryson, Jim C., Gwenny, Terry, Gail, Jason, Michael, Andriana, Thomas Smith, Linda Smith, Dale Smith, John Lowitz, Alicia, Janice, Leonard, Wilsons, one and all. As we move through this life, growing stronger in our faith of a friendly, supportive universe, our gratitude naturally fills our being and appreciation fills our hearts. And we give thanks for all those involved in creating the services today, the music, the messages, the programs and classes, the fellowship, the prayers, support systems, and the inner and outer workings of this CSL Center. So from this common space of loving fulfillment, we now release these thoughts of abundant well-being into that creative field of spirit, knowing that they return fulfilled by the law of God. And together we say, and so it is.
Holy Spirit within, help me to bloom into all that I am. Help me to love the whole of the world. I ask for beauty in myself. I ask for beauty in the world. I ask for beauty in all of humanity. Holy Spirit within, help me to bloom into all that I am. Help me to love the whole of the world. Wildflower in a wild wind, wild voice singing deep within, wild night when your dreams come true. It's happening to me and you. be will be, and it's a wild life, no matter what we do, and it's happening to me and you, to me and you, and where I'm bound, nobody knows. I'm not too far gone to take it easy. Feel the grass beneath my feet as it grows. Feel the wind in my hair as it blows. I've got the courage to be wrong and the strength of a rose, the strength of a rose. Wild heart in a wild world, the innocent eyes of a little girl. Wild spirit in a wild dream, passing through this world alone. A wild river rolling to the restless sea, a white cloud moving silently, silver moon shining through, shining on me and you, me and you. Where we're bound, nobody knows, and we're too far gone to take it easy. Feel the grass beneath our feet as it grows. Feel the wind in our hair as it blows. We've got the courage to be wrong and the strength of a rose, the strength of a rose. Wild flower in a wild wind, wild voice singing deep within. Wild night when your dreams come true, it's happening to me and you. Wild river rolling to the restless sea, what is meant to be will be, and it's a wild life, no matter what we do, and it's happening to me and you, to me and you. Where I'm bound, nobody knows, and I'm too far gone to take it easy. Feel the grass beneath my feet as it grows. Feel the wind in my hair as it blows. I've got the courage to be wrong and the strength of a rose, the strength of a rose, the strength of a rose, the strength of a rose.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you, David. Very nice, beautiful song. How's everybody feeling? Good. Wet. Isn't this beautiful? Yes, I love it. Okay, So, gosh, we're on the last Sunday of the month already. Here we go. So our focus for the whole year is a love revelation, a revealing of love this year. I see it happening everywhere. Do you see it? A revealing of love. So for April, our focus is living upward, consciously connecting with our higher nature. So that's what we've been talking about. Today, I would like to share some wisdom from Carl Jung. And so the message will be based on a lot of his philosophy. So we're going to start with this quote: "Man becomes whole, integrated, calm, and happy when, and only when, the process of individuation is complete. When the conscious and the unconscious have learned to live at peace and to complement one another." So Carl Jung was a Swiss psychiatrist, psychotherapist, and psychologist who founded the School of Analytical Psychology. And according to Carl Jung, individuation is the lifelong process of integrating the conscious and the unconscious mind. Integrating the mind and the heart to become an authentic, whole, and unique individual. One process towards this integration or this individuation is what we have been talking about, and that is empowering our small ego self to then be able to surrender to our higher divine self. And last week we talked a lot about empowering our sense of ego self, ways that we can do that, our self-esteem, our self-confidence. And this week, then we're going to be looking at ways to surrender to something beyond that small ego self. And we relate to this as our higher nature. So transformation from our ego self to our higher self is a process of integration. And we studied that a little bit in March, where our theme was integration, balance, and harmony. It's a process of creating a friendly relationship with our ego self and our higher self. Remember, not hating or throwing out the ego, but creating a friendly relationship between the two. A process of loving our ego self to confidence and humility, so that we can be strong enough in our own sense of self to then let go of who we think we are, so that we can become who we really are. The old must dissolve for the new to appear. An old belief or habit or an identity has to be left behind. We must go through the sometimes uncomfortable process of letting go. To surrender to the guidance and wisdom of our God self is to really know that God is expressing itself through us and as us right now. This is our higher wisdom, and it brings us peace of mind. So I'd like to share today 3 things that we must let go of or surrender to unlock our higher vibration, and these are all according to Carl Jung. So things to let go of. The need to be perceived as a good person. We need to let go of our identity of being a good person in order to emerge as a more authentic and integrated human. The belief that we must always be a decent, well-behaved person traps us in a state of unreality. And that prevents our true connection and our authentic living, because sometimes we aren't well behaved. Did you ever notice? And when we aren't, we know it, don't we? So to think that we are always decent and well-behaved and a good person is not really a reality that we're experiencing. Do you see there's kind of a rub there? The belief, I already said that. So some signs that we might be in the good person trap, and believe me, I know these signs, okay? Constantly putting others' needs ahead of our own to gain approval. Okay, there's these little things on the ends of these that we have to think about here and be incredibly honest with ourselves. You don't have to be honest with anyone else but yourself, because when you're honest with yourself, you can't help but be honest out here, okay? Acting nice out of fear that people will stop liking us if we set boundaries. Does anybody ever have that? Because we all want people to like us, right? Maybe you don't. I do. I find myself in this good person trap sometimes. Believing we must be perfect, often leading to poor decisions because we fear looking bad. Believing that self-sacrifice is the only proof of being a good person. Or subtly holding ourselves back from power or success to avoid making others feel uncomfortable. So, how do we escape the good person trap? One idea is learn to say no, because sometimes saying no is saying yes to ourselves, right? We've all heard that before. Or maybe saying not yet. We could even try that. Not yet. Or because we need to protect our own time and our own energy. And I find that it helps me when people are wanting things from me. And there's a lot of people that want a lot of things from me. And I try to ask myself, what can I do for others and still feel good about myself? What can I give? Maybe I can't give the whole thing they're asking, but can I give enough to bring some peace of mind and some relief to someone and still feel good about myself? We can recognize that caring for others is not selfish. It's necessary for our long-term health. We can shift from wanting to be seen as good to actually being authentic, which might mean disappointing other people occasionally. That's hard, huh? I know that's hard for me. We can accept that being a healthy, assertive person means we will not be liked by everyone, and that's okay. High vibrational living requires accepting our own capacity for fear, for shame, and for judgment, which in turn then, it leads us to deeper, more genuine compassion, rather than that fake kindness of a mask that we can wear. According to Carl Jung, the need to be seen as good, nice, or moral acts as a social mask that restricts authentic energy and keeps us in a lower, more superficial state of existence. Exactly opposite of what we're trying. When we refuse to acknowledge our own darkness, we see it in others instead, resulting in judgmental behavior that halts personal growth. Jung argued that people are not meant to be good, but rather to be whole. This means integrating the repressed, less savory parts of our personality with our conscious mind, which can feel like the death of our old self. I love that. integrating the less savory parts of our personality. That's a very nice way of putting that. The second thing Carl Jung said needed to be surrendered to unlock our higher vibration is the compulsion to fix, save, and heal everyone. Anybody relate to that? Gosh. He says, true empathy is not losing oneself in others, but including oneself in the circle of love. We do not become cold or selfish, we become whole, for the first time capable of loving others without abandoning ourselves. So here's some indicators that we have a need to fix others. We believe it's our job to solve everyone's problems, and we may feel guilty when they are struggling, even if we did not cause it. We may have difficulty saying no, and we often overcommit. Probably none of you. We might feel drained, exhausted, and sometimes angry when our efforts are not appreciated or when people don't improve. He knows a good one. Oh gosh. We often feel uncomfortable letting others make their own mistakes or face their consequences. Our self-worth is tied to being needed. Carl Jung says, everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. Right? Byron Katie, she says, there are 3 kinds of business in life. My business, your business, and God's business. Be sure we stay in our own business. The third thing we must surrender is the identity of being wounded or a victim. According to Jungian principles, identifying as the wounded one is a major block to higher vibration, as it creates a trap where one becomes the trauma rather than healing the trauma. To elevate consciousness, we must detach from the identity of being damaged, which often requires giving up that ego-based need for validation, for control, and to being understood. Boy, that was a big one for me forever. I felt so misunderstood as a child. I was super sensitive. Super. Anyone super sensitive in here? Wait, they used to call me oversensitive all the time. But really, I was just misunderstood. Jung observed that when we identify with the victim mindset, we turn our pain into our primary identity, which resists healing. Our pain becomes who we are, what we focus on, and what we talk about all the time. Our story is our pain. Do you want to be the person you tell people you are? Just something to ponder. While acknowledging our wounds is very necessary for our healing, remaining attached to the wounded identity prevents the emergence of that healer within us. Healing occurs by moving from, I am what happened to me, to, I am what I choose to become. The victim identity protects the ego from recognizing its own involvement in its own suffering. So tricky. The victim keeps us feeling unfairly treated and powerless. Freeing ourselves requires acknowledging the victim as a temporary stage rather than my fixed identity, just a temporary stage. This too shall pass. When we identify as a victim, we make the ego the center of our lives, rather than our true self. And that is a prison for our soul. So how do we know if we have a victim mentality? Well, we rarely blame ourselves for negative outcomes. We instead blame others or circumstances or maybe fate. We often make excuses for our actions, and we struggle to admit when we're wrong. We frequently feel that life is unfairly targeting us, rather than seeing setbacks as temporary or solvable. We struggle to move on from past wrongs, often replaying situations where we were treated poorly. Does anybody ever do that? Go to bed at night and you just go through the whole thing again and again and again. Or we can perceive constructive criticism as a personal attack or an unfair blame. And of course, there are many times in our lives that we have been victims of various things. But being a victim is temporary, objective state of having experienced harm and injustice. A victim mentality is a long-term subjective perception that we are helpless, permanently wronged, and powerless over our own life. So I have a couple more quotes here from Carl Jung. The world will ask who you are, and if you do not know, the world will tell you. The privilege of a lifetime is to be who you truly are. So transformation is not about adding anything more to your life, but it is about allowing yourself to be transformed by shedding the old, the rigid, and the fearful structures that just no longer serve you. To release old beliefs, according to Jung, is to stop trying to force life into a pre-planned box, which then allows for our true inner nature to emerge. So I invite you to relax now and breathe with me as we contemplate these words that I'm going to say together. So just get comfortable. Allow your attention to come right into this present moment, right where we are. Breathe. Relax. I recognize that there is only one power. One presence and one mind. That divine spirit that is everywhere, including within me and every person here. This divine love is the absolute truth, a boundless flow of peace, harmony, and wisdom that holds all of life together. I know that my true essence is not the small, fearful, or controlling self, but my true essence is that higher self, the direct expression of the divine. I am one with this infinite presence. My soul is inseparable from the universal soul. The wisdom of the universe is my wisdom, and its peace is my peace, right here and right now. I now feel into the gentle transcendence of my small ego self. recognizing that it has served its purpose to keep me safe all these years. But I no longer need its protection, for God is my source of wisdom and safety. I release the need for control, comparison, and fear-based reactions. I surrender the burden of carrying my pain, my worries, and the need for validation. I trust the higher plan, allowing guidance to move through me with ease and grace. I embrace my higher self, listening to my inner intuition to lead and guide me. I am open to the flow of life, resting in the peace that passes all understanding. I'm so thankful for this profound liberation. I feel the release of old patterns and the lightness of my spirit. I give thanks for the wisdom that shines through me and the love that guides my every step. I thank Spirit for this wonderful transformation that is happening right here and right now. And I feel my heart filling with a new song. A song of love, a song of praise, a song of gratitude. This new song arises from my heart center in silent expectancy. As I focus my attitude for life on love and gratitude, my feelings are exalted towards that Christ consciousness, and I am living upward, consciously connecting with my higher nature. I let go and let God. I take my hands off the wheel and surrender all outcomes to that higher power, knowing it is already accomplished. I release this treatment into the law of life, trusting it completely. So it is. And now I just allow it to be.
I am a child of the living God, in the image of perfect love. All that I am, all God, you are every mountain. God, you are every ocean. God, you are every canyon, every inch of earth and sky. God, you are every morning. God, you are every midnight. God, you are every moment, every second of my life. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. God, you are every sunrise. God, you are every moon glow. God, you are every star shine, every inch of earth and sky. God, you are every springtime. God, you are every snowfall. God, you are every season, every second of my life. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. 'Cause you are the very breath I breathe. And your perfect love created me. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you.
So, as our ushers come forward, we'll take a moment of our time today to engage in our spiritual tradition of tithing and giving. So, we offered to put your tithe in your hand, and our affirmation for this is, I am worthy of all the good things that come into my life.
Sunrise over the mountains, spreading your light over the land. Sunrise, another new morning, we celebrate, we are the new one. Sunrise over the mountains, spreading your light over the land. Sunrise, another new morning, we celebrate, we are the new one.
And we gratefully receive and bless these offerings that come into our community, our land, and our world. And so it is.
With a grateful heart and a grateful mind, I offer this sacred prayer. Thank you.
Let's give it up for Mariah. She just wears all kinds of hats for us. Thank you so much, Mariah. Thank you. Okay. I want to bring up Parker's dinner for 16 because it's quick, right? So there's a sign-up sheet over here. There's 16 slots available. It will be, maybe I'll have the menu the next time, or I'll send the menu out on the email. I don't have that right now, but I do know it's catered. I bet it will be lovely. And it's on May 7th. That's a Thursday. So we need you to sign up quickly. If you know you would like to go, please sign up. And we have one more Sunday to announce this again. And Parker, raise your hand if you don't know who Parker is. There he is. So we're so appreciative that you're willing to put on a dinner for 8 or 16. Thank you so much. We have all of our contemplation up here. We'll read those all together all the way down. Here we go. I am moving upward, onward, and inward, fulfilling my highest purpose. I choose to thrive in my health, wealth, and relationships. I rise above limitations and step into my unlimited potential. Thank you, Spirit, and so it is.
I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life. If my heart is open wide, yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Here's our last affirmation. Here we go.
Today I sing a new song of love, praise,